Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this, our third evening of our Knock on Wood online festival report back. I do hope that you're going to enjoy this evening. It's a little bit different this evening. We now are going to concentrate on drama, public speaking, and creative writing. A part of everybody's life. Everybody needs to be able to speak. Everybody needs to be able to write. And of course, drama, public speaking, creative writing is a vehicle for that. It is, as I've said, a life skill. Drama is a life skill. And at some time in the lives of all our students, they will have to speak at an occasion, right? Or be involved in a situation where they will have to speak out. Drama encourages students to think and act creatively, thus also developing critical thinking and problem-solving skills that can be applied in all areas of learning. So we include tonight videos of our wonderful performances, this time of monologues, poems, junior school children, high school children, all involved in this incredible art of drama and public speaking. And our adjudicator, Reno Spanuras, is very, very impressed with the standard of the drama and the public speaking. And so, sit back, relax, and enjoy this next section.
Have you ever been so disappointed in yourself that disappointment gradually transformed to self-pity, then from self-pity to self-loathing? I have. And I'm certain that all of us have. If some of you out there have not experienced this, I can assure you it is quite the inevitable event. If disappointment has taught me anything, it is that I'm not good at letting things go. Instead, I cover them up. That is when the illusion that whatever I have suppressed is not there anymore is created. And it is only when I experience another letdown, when all the old ones come flooding in a trice, do I realize that I have been concealing pain instead of healing. It is only then do I realize I have not quite forgiven myself. Recently, I got introduced to the study of positive psychology by my new life orientation teacher. Positive psychology, as defined by various sources, is a study that aims to improve the quality of someone's life by focusing on positive subjective experience, positive individual traits, and positive institutions. In this study, the question is not what went wrong, it is what went well. WWW. There's a lot to discuss about this study, however, that is for another day. Our teacher referred us to a survey on the viacharacter.org website. The survey was to provide us with our character strengths in chronological order. There are 24 character strengths divided into 6 virtues: wisdom, courage, humanity, justice, temperance, and transcendence. After I took my survey, it was only natural for my eyes to dart right down to my least character strength. My least character strength, under the virtue of temperance, which is a virtue that helps to build relationships, is forgiveness. That was very confrontational for me because I couldn't even disagree with the result. I began to reflect on many things after that moment, things that still weigh heavy on me, things that I haven't let go of, people I haven't forgiven, even though I think I want to. Whatever is the reason for people to want to hold on to rotten things? Perhaps Mr. Anthony C. Lopez said it best. Forgiveness is difficult in part because evolution has endowed us with the psychological motivation to avoid being exploited by others. It has been precisely because of this reasoning that I think all my life I never minded not ever forgiving people. But what struck me recently is this. Maybe I struggle to forgive myself because I don't practice forgiveness enough on others. And I land in many dark places because I can't forgive myself. Right then, my perspective on forgiveness shifted. It is not, as I have heard being generally stated, just about liberating yourself from the control of those that harmed you. Fundamentally, It is about protecting yourself from the habit of not forgiving. Forgiving oneself is the most important kind of forgiveness. And unfortunately, that becomes harder to do for yourself when you don't practice it enough on other people. You don't do adequately on a project. It takes you a couple of years to find peace. You mess up even a little, it lingers there more than it should. Or you think you've got over it until the time comes when you realize that you only concealed it. And the old and the new submerge overwhelmingly all at once. And there's an explosion. Obliviously, you become your own enemy. I have been my own enemy for a long time, and I would like to change that. That is a testimony I wanted to share. I encourage you all to view forgiveness through these lenses as well. You won't be doing it for them. You will be doing it for you. Thank you.
My teacher took my iPod by Ken Nesbitt. My teacher took my iPod. She said they had a rule. I could not bring it into class or even to the school. She said she would return it. I'll have it back that day. But then she tried my headphones on and gave a click on play. She looked a little startled, but after just a while, she made sure we were occupied and cracked a wicked smile. Her body started swaying. Her toes began to tap. She started grooving in her seat and rocking to the rap. My teacher said it's now okay to bring my iPod into class. She takes it every day. Thank you.
Skilbaatjie deur Loretta Drake. Skilbaatjie, hoekom kruip jy in jou dop? Waar is jou stert en waar is jou kop? Is jy dalk iets vir my bang? Of is jy bang dat die kraaie jou sal vang? Ek gaan jou opdam te kyk jou blyfie van onder lyk. Met al die hande vat ek om jou dop. Ag, Tina skilbaatjie, siek uit jou kop. Nee man, kyk wat het jy nou gedoen. Daar's 'n groot klap op my skoen. Ek sit jou maar neer op jou plek. Ek is seker dalk net 'n kraan wat lek.
There's no need to worry. This asylum was built to help you. Just like the straps on the stretcher that you rolled in on, we are going to keep you safe and secure. Notice all the locked doors and cameras placed in the corners like hawks. We will be watching. But this is all for you and your well-being. You are sick, anxious, depressed. The state told us to hold you for 72 hours. But if you sign this contract, we can pretend that your stay here this weekend is voluntary. Friday morning, you'll be woken up by strangers in white coats and clipboards. You'll be asked again and again and again about how and why you wanted to kill yourself. Be honest. Remember, you're only here for 3 days, so take advantage of the 5 to 10 minutes you have with the doctors. But understand, the doctor has a list of patients as well as his payslips, so you won't be receiving any actual therapy sessions while you're here. But we will recommend them as treatment for after we let you out. But until then, we want you to be comfortable, so sit back and enjoy the plastic furniture and coloring books. We have old radios with no antenna, but the static should be loud enough to drown out everyone screaming in 2D. That's just Cindy. She just does that sometimes. Well, she didn't always do that, but she does now, and that's all that matters, right? But until we can find the right medication for her, we are going to keep trying to help her. Just like how we want to keep helping you. Only if you'd let us.
Good evening, Mrs. Audience and Mr. Audience too. I hope you're glad to see me and will let me find through. I'm here to bid you welcome. I'm sure I'll like your style. We'll soon become right friendly if you would only smile. I'll try to entertain you with monologue and rhyme. But if you won't assist me, we'll have a dreadful time. The world is full of worries. Well, let's forget it for a while and take a trip to Funland. Choo-choo! Some speakers talk of trouble and pessimistic creeds. Well, all you need is S-M-I-L-E is all the old home needs. Be gay, enthusiastic, and cheerful the while. And forget your gloom and worries, and smile, smile, smile. Now the ice is broken. We're friends, that's how it stands. And if you feel as I do, you'll show me with your hands. Thank you. Thank you. Oh.
Sprokies met 'n twist deur Santi Nel. Kyk, ek hou van sprokies. Maar soms sit ek en pyns en wonder hoekom helde geskets word so sonder breins. Wat vir Doringrosie se prins wat haar bekoor. Hoekom sing hy met die heining? Nog nooit van 'n chainsaw gehoor. En wat van goue lokkies wat verjaag word uit die bed? Ek laat my nie so verskrik. Ek bel my prokureur. Daar's ook 'n poestertjie wat haar skoen voor middernag verloor het. Curly, jy stel jou wekker as jy vir jou ophou met hoor. En laastens, Sneeuwwitjie wat die heks se appel eet. Was jy op Cloud 9 liefie of alweer op streng dieet? Ja, ek hou van sprokies, maar steeds sit ek en pyns. Hoekom tog word helde geskets so sonder breins?
I love someone too. And the person I love, I lost. He was a boy, just a boy, when I was a very young girl. When I was 16, I made the discovery. Love. All at once, and much, much too completely. It was like he suddenly turned a blinding light on something that had always been half in shadow. That's how it struck the world for me. But I was unlucky, deluded. There was something different about the boy. Nervousness, a softness, a tenderness, which wasn't like a man's. Although he wasn't the least bit effeminate looking. Still, that thing was there. He came from me for help. I didn't know that. I didn't find out anything until after our marriage, when we'd run away and come back, and all I knew was I'd failed him in some mysterious way. I wasn't able to give him the help he needed, but couldn't speak of. He was in the quicksand and clutching at me. But I wasn't holding him out. I was slipping in with him. I didn't know that. I didn't know anything except I loved him unendurably. So without being able to help him or help myself. That's when I found out. In the worst of all possible ways, by coming suddenly into a room which I thought was empty. which wasn't empty, but had 2 people in it. The boy I had married, and an older man who'd been his friend for years. Afterwards, we pretended like nothing had been discovered. Yes, the 3 of us drove out to Moonlight Casino, very drunk and laughing all the way. We danced the valse so Vienna. Suddenly, in the middle of the dance, the boy I had married broke away from me and ran out the casino. A few moments later, a shot! I ran out, all did, all ran and gathered at the terrible thing at the edge of the lake. I couldn't get near enough for the crowding. Then somebody caught my arm. Come back! Don't go any closer, you don't want to see! See? See what? And I heard voices saying, Alan! Alan the Grey Boy! He stuck the revolver into his mouth and fired. So that the back of his head had been blown away. It was because on the dance floor, unable to stop myself, I'd suddenly said, I saw, I know you disgust me. And then the searchlight, which had been turned on the world, was turned off again. Never for one moment since has there been any light that's stronger than this kitchen cane. Yes, I had many intimacies with strangers. After the death of Alan, intimacies with strangers was all I seemed able to fill my empty heart with. I think it was panic, just panic, that drove me from one to another, hunting for some protection here and there in the most unlikely places. Even at last, in a 17-year-old boy. But somebody wrote the superintendent about it. This woman is morally unfit for her position. True. Yes, I suppose. Unfit somehow. Anyway, so I came here. There was nowhere else I could go. I was played out. Do you know what played out is? My youth has suddenly gone up the water spout. And I met you. You said you needed somebody. Well, I needed somebody too. I thank God for you. You seem to be so gentle, a cleft in the rock of the world that I could hide in. But I guess I was asking, hoping too much. Kefeva, Stanley, and Joe have tied an old tin can to the tail of the kite.
The raven himself is hoarse. It croaks the fatal entrance of Duncan under my battlements. You spirits that tend on mortal thoughts, unsex me here and fill me from the crown to the toe top full of direst cruelty. Make thick my blood. Stop up the access and passage to remorse, that no compunctious visitings of nature shake my fell purpose, nor keep peace between the effect and it. Come to my woman's breasts, and take my milk for gall, you murdering ministers, wherever in your sightless substances you wait on nature's mischief. Come, thick night, and pour thee in the dullest smoke of hell, that my keen knife see not the wound it makes, nor heaven peep through the blanket of the dark to cry, hold, hold.
I loved someone too. The person I loved, I lost. He was a boy. Just a boy. When I was a very young girl, when I was 16, I made the discovery. Love. All at once and much too completely. It was like somebody turned a blinding light on something that had always been half in shadow. That's how it struck the world for me. But I was unlucky. Deluded. There's something different about the boy. A nervousness, softness, tenderness. It wasn't like a man's. Though he wasn't the least bit effeminate looking, still, that thing was there. Came to me for help. Didn't know that. I didn't find out anything till after our marriage, when we'd run away, and all I knew was I'd failed him. Some mysterious way. Wasn't able to give him the help he needed, but couldn't speak up. He was in the quicksands, clutching at me. But I wasn't holding him out. I was falling in with him. Didn't know that. I didn't know anything except that I loved him unendurably. Without being able to help him or help myself. It's when I found out, in the worst of all possible ways, by coming into a room that I thought was empty but wasn't empty. It had two people in it. The boy I had married and an older man. Been his friend for years. Afterward, we pretended that nothing had been discovered. The three of us drove out to Moon Lake Casino, very drunk and laughing all the way home. We danced the bar to Vienna. Suddenly, in the middle of the dance, the boy I had married broke away from me, ran out of the casino. few moments later, shot. I ran out. All did. All ran and gathered about the terrible thing at the edge of the lake. I couldn't get near of all the crowding. And somebody caught my arm, said, "Don't go any closer. You don't want to see." See what? Then I heard voices say, "Alan, Alan, the gray boy." He stuck the revolver in his mouth and fired. Back of his head, blown away. And it was because on the dance floor, unable to stop myself, I said, "I saw! I know! You disgust me!" After that, searchlight just turned on the world. Turned off again. Never for one moment since has there been any light stronger than this, his kitchen candle.
Brick, don't brain me yet. Let me finish. Nah, I know. Believe me, I know it was only Skipper that harbored even any unconscious desire for anything not perfectly pure between you two. Now let me skip a little. You married me early that summer we graduated out of Ole Miss. And we were happy, weren't we? We were blissful. Yes, hit heaven every time that we loved. But that fall, you and Skipper had turned down wonderful offers of jobs in order to keep on being football heroes. Pro football heroes. You organized the Dixie Stars that fall so that you and Skipper could keep on being teammates forever. But something was just not right with it, me included between you. Skipper began hitting the bottle, and you got spinal injury. Couldn't play the Thanksgiving game in Chicago. Watched it on TV on a traction bed in Toledo. I joined Skipper. The Dixie Stars lost because poor Skipper was drunk. We drank together all night that night at the bar of the Blackstone. And when cold day was coming up over the lake, and we were coming up drunk to take a dizzy look at it, I said, "Skipper, stop loving my husband, or you've got to let him admit it to you, in one way or another." He slapped me hard on the mouth, and then turned and ran without stopping once, I'm sure, all the way back to his room at the Blackstone. And when I came to his room that night, coming scratching like a little shy little mouse on his door, he made that pitiful and effectual attempt to prove that what I had said wasn't true. In this way, I destroyed him by telling him truth of he and his world, which he was born and raised in, yours and his world, which he could not be told. From then on, Skipper became nothing at all but a receptacle of liquor and drugs.
Do you know what I was doing that morning. I was working in our garden, picking the last of the sweet tomatoes. I put Beatrice down in the shade of a frangipani tree because my back was giving me some trouble. It was such a clear and open sky. A splendid bird, a peacock, had come into the garden to taunt me. I stooped down and I called to the bird. Whoosh, whoosh. And right then, I felt a shadow cut across my back. And when I stood, 4 men were standing there over me, smiling. Wicked schoolboy smiles. Yes, I said. And the tall soldier slammed the butt of his gun into my cheek, just like that. I didn't even know I'd fallen to the ground. Where did they come from? How could I have not heard them? One of the soldiers held me down with his foot. His boot was pressing my chest, and the cracks in the leather had the look of drying sock. His boot was so heavy, and it was all I could see as the others took me. My baby was crying. She was a good baby. Beatrice never cried, but she was crying, screaming. Shh, I said. Shh. And right then, a soldier stomped on her head with his boot. And she was quiet. Where was everybody? Where was everybody? I fought them. I did. They still took me. They still took me from my home.
Oh no, I've really done it this time. I'm in hospital, and the embarrassing thing is, there's nothing wrong with me. Well, nothing a sausage roll couldn't fix. If I could eat a sausage roll, if I could eat anything. But I can't. My mum bought me a new nightie. I don't need a new nightie. The girls will come visit me, sitting up in my bed with my new nightie. They'll bring me flowers and cards. They won't bring me a box of chocolates. Don't be stupid. She won't eat chocolates. They're fattening. She won't eat anything fattening, Durbrain. Anyways, she's really sick. Buy her something she'll like. Buy her 20 packs of Chewy. What will they think when they find out it's just anorexia? They'll hate me. I wish I had cancer or something. Or a tumour. Maybe a hole in my heart. I must have a hole in my heart to make them all worry like this. I'm just gaining weight sitting here. They're keeping me here to fatten me up like a battery pig. I hate it here. I want to go home. Oh no, visitors. Hello everyone. Lovely to see you. Great, I'm fine. Just a bit tired. They're running some tests in the morning. Thank you for the juicy fruit. I can't eat past 8 p.m. Not like that'll be a problem. I can't believe I just laughed right in front of their faces. They were standing there with sad faces and I laughed. I wish I could die. Hey doc, how am I doing? Hair falling out, scaly skin, teeth are loose, low pulse, hyperglycemia, dehydration, malnutrition, and I have hair growing on my body. But besides that, how am I doing? I've got it. It's official. Anorexia nervosa. Now everyone will know. Did you hear? Sandra's in hospital because she wouldn't eat her tea and it's lovely rice pudding again. Oh God, if only I could be 40 kilograms.
These tears, they come so easily now. I sound like a wimp, don't I? But days like these stain my life like blood on a crystal white shirt. I remember when I was 7, I couldn't bring myself to look in the mirror, let alone endure another day at school. Each day I would plaster my face with makeup. It was like a shield, something to hide behind. Something to hide my face from the people I dealt with every day at school. I was so much fatter than everyone else. And I hated that because of this I couldn't be accepted. You have no idea how much I loathed the girls in my year. They would proudly stalk around the school, parading their slender legs like a flock of peacocks with their feathers. All eyes were on them, making me feel like a microscopic outcast that no one would even notice. I would have killed to have a little attention, no matter the consequences. I didn't know things could get so out of hand. I just wish I had enough common sense to think about it before jumping to conclusions. Was I really that desperate? I think you can guess the answer to that. Now, here I am, on my bathroom floor again in pieces. I'm broken and I'm hurting myself because of what I've just done in the bathroom. I watch as the warm blade rips through my skin, piercing it, punishing me for having no self-control. I feel so out of sync and my throat is burning like hell. I watch as the red liquid oozes down my wrists and stains my laminated bathroom floor. It pleases me. I wish I could just fade away into the wall I'm leant against. But it's okay though. No one would even notice.
So you see it's gone. Just about. A little left, but mostly in the way of time, and the rest? It's gone. Not broken, not stolen, nor violated, which may make it seem like there's been no crime. I know. But I did have it. And now it's gone. And nobody ever gets it back. So don't tell me that doesn't make us victims. Don't ask me how. Somehow, victims of something. Look at us. All flesh and bone, with a face hanging on your neck until you're dead. Ignore that. Where were we? Today. Hang on, I won't let this one go. Stay. You win. Damn you. Damn you. Yesterday! Mulder Jenkins. You are still alive.
My Nima was tired a lot and hot and weak. Soon she stopped eating. I don't know what killed my sister. Maybe she had TB like my mom. I don't know. But one day, after she was very hot and really weak and tired, she never woke up. She's all that I have in the world. And she's gone. I carry her to the rubbish heap because I don't know what to do with her. I'm 9 years old and I don't know what to do with a dead body. My sister's dead body. I decide I'm going to bury her. So I start digging through the rubbish heap with my hands. I remember some Hindus talking about putting flowers on the body and rice on the mouth. I get this in my head that my sister needs us. She needs the rice and the flowers. I'll get them in the city because I'm fast and I was always better at stealing than she was. But I'm scared somebody might take her away from me. So I put her here, in the little area that I dug up, and cover her up just a little bit, so that I could find her again. Rice And flowers are easy to steal. And I'm rushing. My heart is burning all the way there and back, and it makes me go fast. When I get back to my sister, when I see what's happened, I thought my heart was on fire before, but now it's in flames. And I'm stronger than anyone in this world. Because I have the most hate and sadness. Those dogs, they got my sister. And they're fighting over her. They've got her in pieces, and one dog is walking away with my baby sister's home in his mouth. My baby sister is in some dog's mouth. And it's easy to find something to kill him with. And I crush this dog's head over and over and over again. And I take my baby sister's arm. And I carry it all day long. And later that night, I sneak into someone's yard. And I bury it. And I put the rice and I cover it. And I put the flowers on top. Then I go back to the city. Where else can I go?
What a wonderful group of double gold students we had there. Congratulations to everybody, but congratulations to those students who also received their golds, silvers and bronzes. You are all making a difference to yourselves and to us. Thank you. Now, creative writing is a vital form of education. It's a vital form of expression. Students are encouraged to express themselves by writing prose, by writing poems. And this time in Knock on Wood, we included all languages, well, as many languages as we could, including French and German, Zulu and isiXhosa, because we felt that every child needs to be heard. Every child needs to be able to write down their feelings and be heard. I hope next time we are inundated with more writing so that we have to add even more languages. You know, creative writing is good for all of us. Journaling, writing down our thoughts, telling the story that is part of you. So congratulations to all the students who took part in this creative writing section. You'll be getting your reports and your certificates in due course. But we were so glad that you joined us in this form of art. Thank you. So that is it for tonight. And tomorrow night, we're going to be doing the fine arts, we're going to be doing photography, and we're going to be doing dance as well. So I hope you join us tomorrow for the last of our concerts in this Knock on Wood online festival. Good night.